Ladies and gentlemen, let us look at this one. We want to foil it. So remember that we should put it in the format that we want, that should actually be simple to us. So we say 3 minus x like this, and then it's gonna be x minus 1 plus x squared. And then now you can start separating it. So we say 3 open bracket x minus 1 plus x squared, and then it has to be minus here, minus x, which is the second term, and say minus x, then you say x minus 1 plus x squared. Maybe this is how you will have to fold it down in collect like terms. 3 multiplied by x is 3x, 3 multiplied by negative 1, which is positive 3 multiplied by negative 1 is negative 3, and then 3 multiplied by x squared is actually what? First, the sign positive multiplied by positive is positive 3x squared, and then now negative multiplied by positive, it will give you a negative. X multiplied by x is x squared. Negative multiplied by negative, it will give you a positive. So x multiplied by 1 is x, and then negative multiplied by a positive, it's gonna give you a negative, and then x multiplied by x squared, it's x cubed. So now I think we can just like try to collect like terms, and perhaps we can start with x squared on the high end and maybe end with we'll see what we can do, but let's mark similar terms. So this term is equal to what? To which term is collected with another x, to say it's like this other term. X and x are similar terms, and number, and there's no other number, but this squared is the same. Okay, I will tick the squared one. This one is the same as this one. Okay, it's next to each other, of which we'll take this x and bring it closer to 3x and then pack it accordingly. So let's do like this. So it's gonna be 3x plus x like that, and then we say plus 3x squared minus x squared. We'll say minus 3. These 3 will push it to this side, and minus x cubed, because these 3 and x cubed, they don't have like terms, so we're fine with them. 3 plus 1 is equal to 4x, and then 3x squared minus x squared is what? Plus 2x squared minus 3 minus x cubed. Maybe you can pack it according to, let's say, maybe according to the powers. Let's start with the x cubed, negative x cubed, and then we follow with x squared plus 2x squared plus 4x, and then minus 3. So now it's like this. So this is the answer, and now it looks better because x cubed, x squared, 4x, and 3. You can, but this is also the correct answer. This also is a correct answer, but just for neatness sake, we can present it like this. Perhaps it looks better than it was before. So yeah, so I think the most important thing to note is this step. See, this step when you're multiplying things out, it's very important to do things perfectly. Yeah, I prefer people to be slow and accurate than to be fast and wrong. Like the reason that makes you to be fast, it's because not because you are innately fast. So like if you can focus on the signs, especially when you say negative x multiplied by negative 1, That's why you have to just pause and ask yourself, when a negative number multiply a negative number, it gives you a positive number. You start by writing the positive, and then you look at whether the variables have coefficients, like does it have like 6x, 5x, and you start by multiplying the numbers alone before asking yourself about the variables double x and y. I call them variables. And yeah, and then probably you'll get a correct answer.